Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Enigmatica 2 server, hanging out here at the Botania island, and yeah, got a comment of, you've got all those empty floors over there in your building and you built an island. Yeah, because I like building islands, and Botania wants to be green and growing and have all this cool stuff. I have a hard time putting it underground where it can't see the sky. Likewise, Astral Sorcery and Blood Magic are another two that don't really want to be confined in buildings. For me, they want to be out. Plus, they're really big stuff, so it makes it. Anyway, I want to show off a little bit of stuff that I've done here on the Botania Island. And do a few things. One of the things I did is I now have 8 of these endo flames, and I decided to make them floating. That kind of clears up some space down here. And I was having issues with the precision dropper, and I like it as a way of feeding all these endo flames. But if I put the hopper hawk right underneath it, it seemed to never ever put anything in. Which I said, fine. I'm going to do a different method here. In fact, I locked things off so you can't see it. Let's go there. All right, so what I have done, I went ahead and, out of the way, guys, I went ahead and got rid of the splitter that was right here between these 4, and there was a spreader underneath, and I upgraded these to Elven mana spreaders so they do more. But I also went ahead and put a mana pool down there. You can see there's a spark on it. That way I can connect all these things together. But this mana pool here is where all these endo flames is going to feed into that one there. And then I have a comparator coming off, and my potentiometer here has, I think it's on 1, 2, 3, so it's on setting 3. So if we look at this with my wand, it will stop. It'll send out a signal just a little bit before a quarter of a pool. And what that will do is, over here, I've got some conduits, and it's pulling a signal out from here on black, and it's pushing the signal up on black, and that locks this. And then this over here, I've got a slightly larger chest, which is just a chest surrounded by sticks. That way I can have a solid block over it, and it still works. This has the item frame saying, mesh, and here's my hopper hawk again, which is configured to pick up things only in the frames. And you can see it's got a mana pool X. I did the trick of putting a pool up here, binding it to that pool, and then breaking this pool. Because I don't need the extra range that the Hopper Hawk will get if it has mana. And if it's attached to any mana pool, it will slowly drain that as it does work over time. And so I don't want it to slowly drain anything. It's just there to pick up the meshes. And we can verify that's happening. We go spit and drop them in here. It will pick them up. And this is the point where you pick it up. There he goes. It goes in here, and it's starting to push them into here, and that's turned it off because these guys aren't bound to anything. And it picks it back up. And this way, there's never a timeout. If these pools are completely full, there's never a point where this will sit and wait and just go away. It'll always be cycled through, so there's no items lost whatsoever. Now, I need to get these guys hooked up. Let's get a spreader right here. And before we do the spreader, I need to build a few things. I'm going to grab this redstone and this spreader and put them together, and that gives me a pulse mana spreader, which is what I need to make my mana blaster. I like mana blasters. Let's grab the lens, grab some glowstone. That gives me a lens flash. I'll hit it with some black. That gives me a black, and then I can put them together. And that gives me a lens flare that will, or lens flare, a mana blaster that will shoot out a black light. I love those. They're so very nice. I need a floral obedient stick, and I need a spark. In this case, the recessive spark, which means, I got a quest for that. Stop. I need to hit that right there. Perfect. Get out of the way. Oh, there's my floating Signolia so that my magnet doesn't pick up these things. I need this spreader to go right in there. And then where's my one? Oh, it's right here in my bar still. And I need this to go to that pool. So yes, it is targeting it. So I can now take all of these. These guys need to be bound to this mana spreader, which is why I have that floral obedience stick. I could go one by one and point them, which is annoying. Instead, if I just, I think, double click. Nope. Shift right click. There we go. Now they're all connected to it, and that should start, they should start getting consumed. Yes, that one got flamed. So it is now working. This will start pushing the mana through. And where's my extra pool? There it is. This I can go ahead and put right there. And my spark. Dink. And so now, since this has a recessive spark on it, it will push mana out to all other mana pools, which should give us some mana into there. Oh! Never mind. That can't work. I broke you. Go away. Yeah, I can't have something here because that would always take whatever got sent into this pool would automatically get picked up by this elven mana spreader and pushed around. Oh well, I will put a slab here. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Let's just make a slab. Completely didn't think of doing that, but we'll go ahead and put a slab right. Boink, there. Now it's hidden, you don't see it. And I can take this pool and, you know, I'm going to put it right, boink, right there. There. I can go ahead and put some more pools around. I can make another 3. That'll give me 8 pools here. That's plenty of mana. I don't need anything more than that. So let's seal this stuff up. Can I reach right underneath there? I technically don't need to put a block underneath here. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? There we go. But I like to not have any holes here. I will eventually put another catalyst. This has the alchemical catalyst, and this will have the other catalyst, the one that does the duplicating. Anyway, so this is really nice. The way I want this is I want to be able to generate mana to fill up my pools and shut off. That's what I really like. You also notice I've shut off these things. The runic altar and the mana spreader, they are constantly ticking, so I got rid of them. This one, it's a teeny tiny tick, but I'm not actually doing any enchanting here, so I went ahead and broke that down. This, I've been making some Terra Steel. I've got my greater band of mana and my greater band of aura. This I need to push a bunch more stuff through, and then I'll break this. So that, you know, we've got as little tick here as possible. And these guys, even when running, they tick fairly little. But that's all I wanted to do today with Botania. I didn't want to spend much with Botania. I wanted to do, let's toss some of these things away. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. I do want you, don't need torches anymore. And I don't need them, cobblestone. Oh, and I definitely don't need my, my wand. You can get pasted there too. All right, so the thing I really wanted to do, oh, here, show you some lights. Oh, I love this. It's such a nice light. I love it. All right, so break that. Instead, what I want to do, if you were paying attention, I want to work on some Astral Sorcery today. And for starting up Astral Sorcery, you need to find a crystal. And it just so happens that right over here is an Astral Sorcery temple that has one of those crystals in it. So I was really glad that it was really close. And so we'll go there. No, I can spell it right. There we go. Home Astral Sorcery. So here's my Astral Sorcery home. And let's not click things with my hands. It's getting nighttime. Not that it really matters right now. But this is the area for the Astral Sorcery temple I found. And there's a slime island up here, which has been helpful for getting slime, but spawns tons. And so I put a mega torch up there. I've got a mega torch down here. I also have the cave illuminator, which I think by the end of today, there'll be enough stuff going on. I can get rid of this. This lights up dark areas. And that's why this area underneath the island has lit up with these little, you can see the little yellow flares. And I could keep moving them around. It would light up underneath. Hey! I put a torch up there. You can see we've got a bunch of people on the server right now, so it is slow. I put a torch up here. I had put a torch up here. Okay, I'll have to remake a torch. We had a crash and it looked like it rolled back just a teeny tiny amount, but I don't recall why. I do have these claimed, so nobody should have snuck in. Oh well. I can remake a torch. Anyway, this is what I'm looking for the floating crystal for Astral Sorcery. If you start the quest, you will get a book. In fact, let's start quests. Hey, look, Astral Sorcery. If you start just the quest here, you'll get the Astral Tome, which is very nice. Now, you can make these. Can you make these? You can make these. So you just need an aquamarine and funky leather or aquamarines. That's expensive if you don't have a good source of aquamarine. Anyway, you get the tome, you open it up, there's discovery, constellations, and there are only 5 here, and I know those because I found these constellation papers. In fact, there are these, get out of the way, there are these Astral Sorcery structures around. This one, if you find this with the 2 spikes, means absolutely nothing. It's just source of the marble. Dig it up, take it away, you're done. There's another one. This is the big sized one you want to find. There's another type, and I don't see any of them around on the map any place. Nope, there's one right here. It's a small little structure. It has water in the center and 4 pillars, and that one of the pillars, kind of like this, there's a chest underneath it, and that's where you can get those papers. What I like doing is looting that, and then I've come across some where it has been looted, and they put the pillar back, and so you get there, you look at the chest, and you go, oh, it's empty. Somebody already looted. I take all the stone. I take all of it, and there was one up here someplace that I completely looted and took all the stone because you're going to need the stone. Go away. Leave me alone. Anyway, so that gives you, let's click on this. That gives you these papers, and I think this was like 3 or 4 of them that I found, and a bunch of these that I got. Also, there are rocks deep down underground, and I found one as I was mining near bedrock. And that gives me these rock crystals, but that's for later. Okay, I need you, and let's get some of you, and let's get some of you. And I think about that much should do me for right now. All right, so let's look at Discovery. You scroll in, and there's information here that you can read about, marble. You can make marble, you can find marble, you can turn it into other type of marble. If you've got a chisel in the pack, you can go ahead and just chisel between them, which is really much easier. There's these constellation papers, you can make them, you make the parchment. To make these, you've got to get quite advanced in. So you're going to have to make these parchments to make these, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. The other thing I need to do, let's go back out here. Ancient shrines, it talks about the shrines and finding them. Ooh, there's some in desert areas where you may see 4 of these bits of crystal, 4 pieces of marble sticking out, and if you find one of those, there's another one of these crystals inside. It's a smaller area than this. Oh, you also want to find these because there's chests. These big ones will have 2. I think the smaller one had 1. Hey, free loot. Anyway, and it talks about that. What I want is to make a resonating wand. Because that's the beginning of Astral Sorcery. You need a ton of that. And to do that, if we look at the recipe, it says I need 2 marble, an ender pearl, which I don't have with me, and 2 aquamarines. Well, let's get an ender pearl. can't believe I didn't get an ender pearl. Yeah, I was completely prepared. There we go, ender pearl. There we go. So, being completely prepared like I am, I've got all the stuff I need for my thing, but it says here, and starlight. Well, at this point, I don't have diddly squat as far as starlight, but this floating crystal will provide starlight. It's condensed starlight, you could say. And if you put down a vanilla crafting table nearby, see that beam? Now I've got starlight, which is very cool. Here, if we break this, because I don't like it have it far away like that. That's just weird looking. Break. Okay. Bye. And if I put the stuff in here, you and you, and you and you, it won't make, because there's no starlight going to this table. And if I take this guy and put it over here, are you far enough away? It's close enough. Fine, I'll make you here. I like putting it right in the center, because then the beam goes straight down. It looks really cool. But, oh, that's right. Vanilla table doesn't remember what stuff gets put into it. There's starlight coming to it, so this will actually craft stuff, which is exactly what we're looking for. So, yay! Quest complete time. Anyway, so that is the resonating wand. And there it goes. So that's the first piece that needs to be done. Look at the quest. I need to make that. And then it says, you know, find some rock crystals found rarely near bedrock. Boy, howdy, yes, it is very rare. You will find one of them. The next thing I want to do is the luminous crafting table. And this, we can craft, you know, we can find them in the tome, craft in the crafting table near one of the floating crystals, which is exactly what we're going to do. So that, click this. We're missing bits. We need a crafting table. Hey, I've got one right here. And we need some sooty marble. Hey, I've got some of that right here. Well, I've got the makings for sooty marble. So it's that, and that, and that, and then a crafting table thing. And there's my luminous crafting table. All right. Oh, your vision expands. You learned more about exploration. So if we go back to our book here, there's exploration, there's discovery. So we can zoom in on exploration, and there's a bunch more information in here, which is very, very cool. Now, one of the first things that you want to do is upgrade your current crafting table to the better one, the Starlight crafting altar. This one will focus the starlight better. You can see it says, you know, starlight required. This needs these things, including a bucket of liquid starlight. Well, that's new stuff. Fortunately, there's information here. A light well. With this stuff here, I can start, and you know, light. I can start crafting the stuff that I need. Well, oh, cave illuminator. Oh, I love the cave illuminator. Got that as a quest reward. That's wrong button. This button. The cave illuminator. The nice thing about that. One, I didn't have to craft it, and two, I was able to use it already. I got 2 of them as quest rewards. Fantastic to have. Let's put this away, because frankly at this point, I can't really do anything in here anymore. I need to move elsewhere, so I'm going to go ahead and break you slowly, and let me find a cardboard box. We'll box you. So many people doing a bunch of stuff right now because it's the weekend. Everybody's having lots of fun, and so that slows things down a little bit. Plus, I'm not sure if I will be coming back here much. You know, can't think that I am. Let's try breaking you again. There we go. If I'm not coming back here, and I think I've been here sufficient, I think I will snag these bits. And you. All right. This is the part where you give it to me. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go home. Home. All right, so at this point, I need, let's go up. And, oh, I didn't, I was going to look from over there to here to see the distance, but we already saw that on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that waypoint off. There we go. So the thing about the crafting table, let's put that down here for right now. All right. Let's right click you with an open hand. If I grab this luminous crafting table and put it down, and we look at it, it's got some, wow, that's quite an amazing amount of starlight in it, considering it's the middle of the freaking day. Wow. Okay, that's pretty impressive. One of the reasons why you want the wand, where's my wand? There's my wand, is the wand, when you hold it in your hand and you fly around, or as you walk around at night, you'll get some... Nope, that's a different thing. This, when you go around, will show you light wherever there's rock crystal deep down. But there's another thing. Is it the Fossick? I gotta try to remember. I think it's the one right. Do I not have... I thought I put him... Oh, I may still have it up here. Alright, let's get some stuff. Okay, I've got a Fossick resonator that I think I got as a loot reward, and I'm not sure where it's gone, but that should show the light, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've done a lot of Astral Sorcery, and it's quite deep, but I love it. It is very cool. Just like we have the floating island over there, I'm going to go ahead and do a light bridge out and start doing my Astral Sorcery there to the north, because it benefits from being higher up. And the fact that I'm at Y147, that's pretty nice. I may bump it up, another 3 blocks, so it's 150. It's a nice round number. Oh yeah, you like the mushrooms? Yeah, they've spread up here too. They're all over the place. Anyway, I need to make an area for this, and I might as well grab my, what's it here? I might as well set this up to make this Starlight Crafting Altar, this guy. To work, it needs to be in this structure. This one doesn't need any structure at all, but I might as well make this structure and put the table in there, so when I upgrade it, ta-da, I will be good to go. And it's going nighttime, which is perfect because I want to do some work over here. Now, I went ahead and did the little chisel and planey sort of thing, and it worked out very nicely up here. And I also set up, this is the next tier altar area, but that's okay. I also have all the bits here for making the light well, and you gotta have this to progress any further. So, if you don't have it, you're completely hosed. And you craft it by smacking it with this, and I do love the particle effects. This is one of the nicer particle effects mods out there. I love it. And let's stick it right here. Doink. And I'm hoping that this little setup will let items go in and fluids out. So I'm going to use this. Now, this is an entire stack. So that's 64 aquamarine shale bits that I did with my, oh, I put it away, my fortune pick. I went ahead and I got that much back out. So I'm very happy with that. So let's put those in here. Will they go in? Oh, no, they did. Perfect. Okay, so these will start producing liquid starlight. Not a huge amount, you can say 33, 37, but it does produce more at night, which is good. Now, they will break over time, which is a pain in the tuchus, but the nice thing is they will process. So I will go ahead and do that. I've got lots. I've got lots and lots. Now, I do want to make some lenses. So I'm going to make a bunch of lenses while the light is gone. Or the starlight is here. However you want to look at it. And hopefully this will give me all of them. And not just one. Oh yeah. Oh, very nice. So I need these bits because I'll just give it all to me. Come on, come on. Give me. Because I want to, nope, got to click with something that's not the wand. I want to make this looking glass for looking at constellations. Oh, again, got to smack it with the wand. Little sound. Oh, that's even brighter than before. Very nice, very nice. While that is doing its thing over, I'm going to grab these items because I want to make some spectral relays. And I want to make all the spectral relays. 4 of them. There we go. Hit them with the what's it? Oh, am I out of? Oh, I'm one. Dang it, I'm 1 glass shy. I thought I had pulled up 9 instead of 8. Obviously, I had not. Because I need one of these lenses in each one of these guys. Now, this, let's grab a little bit more, panes of glass real quick. I should have, go away. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, perfect. And let's get back up out of here. Charlie's decided to come sit over here. I do like the look of Astral Sorcery. It's very, very pretty mod. Let's make 1 more of these. I need 1 more of the aquamarines. All right, quick with the quickness. You go there, and there, and there, and there. All right, smack with the wand, smacko. Now, while that's doing its thing, I want to take this looking glass and start looking around for constellations. And I kind of do this little wiggle going up and down. And, oh, there we go. See that right there? All those bigger lines, or bigger stars, those are what I'm looking for. And we're going to trace out the constellation. Da-da-da-da! I have discovered Visio. And that's the only one I saw. And when you've discovered all the constellations, you will have this big ring of constellations around the moon, which is very pretty. Anyway, I need to spend the night looking for these. And this is where, if we take a look, let's go back. Let's go to constellations. I can go to Visio, and I have discovered it, and it has some information. It says I can makes everything feel slower while it makes me faster. Visio, like velocity, yeah, kind of like that. Anyway, these other ones I haven't discovered yet, and this one over here, and there's a bunch more. That's a lot of night work now. And we'll play with that. Spectral relays. Let's tell the people that they can sleep now. Can sleep. I'm trying to type around Charlie. Let's head that way and do a little sleep, because I want to show the difference in light level. Thump. I need to make a second bed and put it up there on the top of the building for when I'm up there. All right. Back up. Okay. I try to double tap and it doesn't work sometimes, so there we go. Now, if we take a look at this crafting table now in the middle of the day, it's, it was all the way up here at night, which is very nice, but now it's down here, which is not so good. You can make these spectral relays, and you can use these these structure to put the spectral relay on, and then you can go ahead and hit it with a glass lens, and there you see the little particle effects. It's sending extra sunlight or starlight this way. Wow, that's a lot of starlight. I may only need 2. I made 4 because I was thinking I could do this. Now, you don't want to put them too close to each other. This one and that one are pretty close. Let's go ahead and slap that there. Now it's sending light, and if we come over here, what does it say? It's giving it some, but notice how it's not filling it all the way. If we go, if we come in here and break this guy, and now we put it over here, doink, and put that there. So the same 2, but a little farther apart. If we look at the light level, it seems like it's not changed. Per the manual, you want to sit there and have a distance between these. They will parasite each other. They will cause issues with each other. But this relay here over to there is 18 blocks. From here to there is 17, and so there's plenty of space. And I think, you know, for grins and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and put all 4 of these around because, you know, why not? And there we go. That should, in the middle of the day, give me full starlight on this table, which is fantastic. Now, one of the things that I would like to do is to upgrade this, but I can't do that. What's the Astral? I need the next. Why am I not seeing any of the altars? Oh, here we go. So I've got this one. I need this starlight crafting altar, but the problem is I need that bucket of liquid starlight, which I've got a bucket. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's make it. Let's make it. All right, let's go ahead and snag that. I'm curious. That's still from that very first one. Holy cow, that's very impressive. Okay, I remember there were 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bucket in the center, and that's all I remember. Let's find it again. That's the first one, the starlight one. It's the kind of funky brick one, which is, of course, I have none of. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and use the chisel. See, it says I found a Fossick resonator. I can't find it now. I've been looking around for it and not a clue where it's been placed, which is very, very annoying. And I've got 2 of these rock crystals and a bunch more. Let's just go grab one of these because it really doesn't matter which. And if I smack this with light, or the light wand, absolutely nothing happens. Do you know why? Because it's got to be done at night. And that's really annoying because I tried this previous mod pack and was going, I've got all the light. Come on, look, see, I've got all the light. I've got everything here. And I looked and the night was here. Nope, it's got to be close to midnight. Well, I can clean off all these other stuff. And man, that guy's really, that's almost 2 buckets out of that one guy. I'm very happy with that. I am not going to complain whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and break these guys because we're not going to be using these. And I figured I'd set them up because, you know, why not? It's not hard to get them, get all those resources back out. Anyway, proceeding along with Astral Sorcery. So the second night has arrived, and as typical with things like this, I always grab my looking glass. Let's take a quick scan of that. Oh, there's something new. This guy. Delete, 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 and delete. And then through here. Ta-da! Amara. Okay, and are there any others? Looks like a big fat no. So I got an extra one, which is very, very handy. Now, one of the things that I would like to do, and well, let's just smack this with the wand. Ooh, there's enough night. Cool. All right, so this is going to sit there and make these sparkles for a while. You can barely hear that little sound as it's doing work. Yeah, some of these take a long time, and I have no idea how long this one is. I don't think it's the longest of all of them, but we'll let that do its thing. I've got several things planned here. We want to make the grindstone, and we want to upgrade the telescope. Oh, yay, it upgraded. Oh, and we learned something new about attunement. So let's go ahead and get my bucket back, and let's make the grindstone. Yep, smack that puppy. Ta-da, grindstone time. I also want to upgrade my telescope. So instead of the... Oh, okay, I already got it. I was saying, what happened to it? It went away. I want you and you and you and you. Smack that. Ta-da. And that will go ahead and produce a telescope that you can put down on the ground and then cycle around. Instead of doing that wiggle up and down I did, this one should be better. Although I've had some issues with the UI not working right, but anytime now. Come on, give me my telescope. Yay, telescope. Let's go ahead and plop that right there, and we can loot up. See, we've got the stuff here, so we can cycle it around. Some of those, yeah, some of these look larger, like they would be something there, but I'm not seeing it. As you see this one, interesting, the Amara one is not showing up here. Huh. Why? I got that constellation. Oh, that's weird that I found the constellation even though it's not up in the sky. Oh, that's very weird. That's very weird. Anyway, there's that. I do want to make something else here. This is the linking tool. Let's go ahead and grab that. Smack this puppy here. Ding. Oh, pretty, pretty. So very nice. Now, this is used for linking crystals to blocks, which is going to be very helpful for making the next thing. Because to get beyond this, we've been using crystals that come from, let's click this, the crystals that come from these rock crystal ores. Let's just break one, because why not? In fact, I'm going to break this with the Silk Touch pick. And it doesn't matter. It actually breaks out the rock crystals. Yeah, that's the way it works. And we got ourselves a linking tool, which is splendiferous. Now, I think I'm good for right here. Let's grab some iron ore. And we're going to go over to where the crystal is. Because we're going to make some of these. We're going to make some of these star metal ores. And to do that, I need my iron ore, which is over here. Let's grab... Oh, I'm full. Let's go ahead and grab 4. Why not? Home S. So over here, and I'm going to go ahead and plop them right here. And then using this, right-click this guy. Looks like, so right-click, right-click. Okay, yeah, I tried crouching clicking that, and that didn't work out so well. I've got it split to these 4 areas, which means it's going to take longer than normal, but eventually it's going to go ahead and convert all of these the irons into star metal, which is mighty handy to have. And that's going to take a while, which is probably going to be tomorrow night. So I've been a little busy, and you can see the iron behind me just transformed. Let's go ahead and sneak that. Gimme. To make this work, and I didn't show it off before, you need sky access. So you can see there's sky access. Well, that looks like a red moon up there. Let's get out of here. That is a red moon. That's strange that it's that color, because we don't have blood moons. I needed a lot of the marble, so I stole all this. Let's go back home. Wrong thing. Home. There we go. And one of the things I found out is you take some rich slag like this, one by one, and you throw it in your induction smelter, and you get 3 ingots of the star metal for each one, which I think is probably the best method I've got at this point for processing those, which is okay. Let's go up. I've been busy on why I needed all that marble, because I've got a bunch of structures going on here. Unfortunately, there's so much here that I really can't show it all off. The reason why I need the star metal is you take... Yeah, I processed some. I did a full stack of the star metal. You come over here to the grindstone, and you put your star metal in there, and then you just hold the right click, and it will turn it from the ingot into dust. Dust. There we go. Crouch click to get that out. And you use a dust plus a rock crystal, and it really doesn't matter what the quality, purity, cutting, and all those are. You can see they've got different numbers on here. It really doesn't matter what they are, but you take one of the rock crystals and one of those powdered star metals. You throw it into a block of, here, let's take off my magnet, into a source block of the liquid starlight. So we'll toss that in there and that in there, and you get these blue particles coming off. That tells you that you did it right. If you don't get the blue particles, then it's wrong. But what happens is, after a while, the rock crystal and the star metal will fuse together into this little crystal thing here. It'll be very, very small, and it'll slowly grow over time. And when it's tall like this and you get those particle effects off of it, that means it's ready to harvest. There we go. Little tiny guy, big guy. I'm going to use my fortune pick, and I get a celestial crystal and 2 stardusts. So for the cost of a bucket of starlight, I doubled my star metal. If you have a really hard time getting the star metal, that is a way of doubling it, which is mighty handy. Let's look at this. Purity of 56. That's not too bad. I would really like some more, and what I can do is I could repeat that process even with a celestial crystal in the starlight, and it'll just randomly roll these qualities, because what I want is one that the purity is 100. But we'll deal with that later. That's beyond what we're going to do with tonight. What I do want to do is I'm going to craft a few things here that I'm not actually going to be using tonight. You know, it's not night. I beg to differ. It is night. Oh, I gotta be fast because I may be running out of. Oh, I ran out of starlight because it's not night yet. Oh well. I am going to craft several of these things and upgrade the starlight altar to the next tier. That's the attunement. Not going to cover it today. This is the celestial gateway. I do want to do that, and I can't craft the no, not the dread lamp. It is the infusion, starlight infuser. There, it's the very first one. We'll add that to the thing to do on the side. The starlight infuser needs that next tier, the celestial altar, and we don't have that yet. But I definitely want to do that over there. That's why I've got the starlights moved over there, and my starlight producing platform is here too. But that's for later. Dang it, lost the night. Alright, it has gotten night enough. Let's hit this thing and make the attunement altar. At least I seem to recall that's the... Holy cow, that's a sparkly setup. I do love the way this looks so really good. Oh, here, let's put my magnet back on. All right, this needs to go in the center here. It's off by 1. I'm not doing it to at this point, so that's okay. Let's grab this. And this one is going to be the celestial gateway. So let's put that in there, slap it. Look at the sparklies. Ooh, got the lights around. I like it. It's pretty. Now the celestial gateway is fun because it's a way of moving about the map. That is a really cool way of doing it. So that's what this little structure is over here. Let's put that in here, rename it, call it Grokberg. And pull that out. And that goes right in the center. And then when you stand in the center, everything kind of disappears. Far Ocean, Hongdao, the end portal, those are ones that are named. So I'm actually going to go over to the end portal. And if you crouch, zoop, here I am at this one over here next to the end portal. There's another portal there, and it's right through there. But let's get back home. So you come back here. Well, that's not what I want. Far Ocean, Hongdao. Where's Grokberg? Where's Grokberg? Why can I not see Grokberg? Well, let's go to Snowy Mountain. That's close to my base. There's Grokberg. I wonder if it was hiding it. Wow. All right, and we're here. So that's another way for people to get here, and it's cross-dimensional too. So if you were to set one up in the Nether or somewhere else, you could do it, and if it's cross-dimensional, they're going to be up above. Yeah, so that's how you find it. Anyway, so that is really cool. Let's do the final crafting, which is upgrading the altar. Because as soon as I upgrade the altar, it's not gonna work anymore, because I'll need to change this structure. Now, talking about structure, oh yeah, this one takes a while, and it's really pretty. Speaking of structure, the reason why I was able to throw these things up really, really fast was because this pack, the Enigmatica 2 pack, comes with a whole bunch of schematics for all these different structures, which makes so much easier to figure out where they need to go, line them up, put them in place, figure out how much you need, put the stuff. So nice. I really like it. And, ooh, it's almost exactly midnight. And it's so nice. This is a fun mod. It's like you see, it's a very pretty mod, and we haven't actually gotten into the stuff you can do with this. Well, okay, we did stuff with that one, but so far it's just been producing things and gaining higher levels in crafting. But yay! So this has now been upgraded, and if we click on it, the structure is wrong. This structure here is no longer valid, so I need to tear that down and redo it, and that's why I did this last. But we'll do with that one later. This one I can now make because I've got this in place, but I don't have the structure, and we'll get this going. Oh, I like it. Oh, and one final thing over here. While I've been doing all this work, my Botania thing has been going like gangbusters. All 8 of these are filled, and we still have some more blaze mesh down below, and because it has been receiving that redstone signal, because it's full down below, well, it's got like a quarter of a tank, because of that, it's not spitting out anything more. I did a look at, let's show the scan I did with Wordle goggles. There's nothing going on over here because it's all off. What I did find is these guys here. These, I don't know why, but these 4 guys are ticking like nobody's business. So I am actually going to tear them down and not use them, because that's unkind here on the server. You can see this was done a little bit earlier because the Starlight Transfuser stuff, that was over here. It's hardly ticking at all. You can see other stuff down there is ticking away, but yeah. That was disappointing when I found out that. So, yeah, I'm not going to run those. Back here, I'm going to hide that. But we're done. We're done. I need to reassemble that, and we'll deal with this later. Astral Sorcery. It's loads of fun, especially if you can do it up high, because I get a little benefit from being a little higher. Doesn't need to go any higher than this. This is pretty good. And I think it looks really pretty. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, geeking out too much about Astral Sorcery because it's so much fun. And here on the Enigmatica 2 server, having a blast, and you can too. And thanks for watching. Bye.